What's the weirdest compliment you've ever been given? Someone told me that they liked talking to me because I made them use their whole brain. I dunno. It's weird. But it was nice to hear. I would absolutely love that compliment. I like talking to you because you make me use my whole brain. You have great earlobes. Well, I mean, you do. A drunk woman at the bar was all over me. She was especially entranced by my elbows. She said I had really strong elbows and they were so sexy. She eventually asked if she could lick them. Well, weird, I allowed her. Pre-COVID people don't worry. Nope, still worried. What? All she wanted to do was lick his weenus. I've been told that I have exceptionally smooth balls. Like 2 hard-boiled eggs in a balloon full of downy fabric softener. Gee. Thanks document. But anyway, you were checking for lumps, right? Fellas. Is it gay to compliment a bro's balls? Not if you say no H after. It wasn't really a weird compliment. Just a really weird delivery. This girl came up to me and told me to look straight forward, stared into one of my eyes for like 2 minutes and said nice. Yeah, this is something I can identify with not. Damn girl. You ain't just the meal. Joust the whole damn buffet. Apostrophe. Did they mean that you'd been roughly touched and fingered by a busload of Chinese tourists? My buddies used to tell me my girlfriend gives the best head. AWW. Your friends are doing the quality check for you. Went on a blind date with this guy, who's a friend of a friend. He spent the night mostly talking about how nice my top made my boobs look. Yeah, that was the last time I saw him. Can't say that I blame you. Who wants to date someone who's that into fashion? It's funny you said that, because I'm a fashion designer. My spidey senses told me that he just wanted me to keep abreast of his arousal. I see what you did there. You're so sexy. You reminded me of my mum. Apostrophe. Hamlet has joined the chat. Alabama says hi. With the right Mac you'd make a really good looking girl. I'm a guy BTW. You could be a part-time model. Why are you so tall? I'm an average height person. Damn. Yeah, fat. What are your pronouns? Hey, at least he was considerate. You looked gay today by one of my great nan's friends. She had meant happy, but it made me laugh so hard I choked on my drink. Thought she had excellent gaydar. Turns out she just thought I looked happy. Well, in old times, gay meant happy. So she might have meant it that way. I know. But I still had to check what she meant. She did mean happy. One evening about 12 years ago I was on a bus headed down to the financial district in Macon. I can't remember why we were on a bus instead of taking the subway, as I rarely took buses over the subway. Anyway, there wasn't many people in the bus and every passenger was able to sit in a seat. Directly across from where I was sitting was an elderly Asian woman. She sat there smiling at me for a couple minutes. I wasn't sure if she was smiling at me or just in my direction, so I just smiled back at her. When we reached her stop, she came up to me and said, "You are even more beautiful than Meryl Streep." I was so flattered but also tickled. Meryl Streep is a good 35 years older than me. I never thought of her as a beautiful woman, but that didn't matter because someone did, and they thought I was beautiful too. You'd look great in an off-shoulder dress. I'm a guy, but if I ever want to start wearing dresses, I know I'll choose off-shoulder ones. I went to my 25th high school reunion and a woman I knew then didn't recognize me. When I told her my name she said, "Oh my gosh, you're so handsome now." Got him. That happened to me too. The most popular girl in my class, she took a good long look and said, "Pastor, is that you?" But not in a bitchy way. More in a dumb way. We ended up having a really cool convo. I like the name. You remind me of a swan. You must have been invited to this conference because you're so pretty. At a particle physics conference organized by my alma mater which invited a few alumni. Said to me by a physics Nobel laureate. "Thanks dude. Stay classy." So far, this is the only one I've read that has made me angry. I made an alt a few months ago and cover was taken. You looked like an anime character. Wow. Thanks. That's a great complete, yeah. Like that show Hellsing. With all the vampires. Well, The vampires were pretty too, including Dracula. My sister's friend told me I had the sense of humor of an old man on his deathbed who was upset because he couldn't find his ex-wife to tell her to FCK off one last time. Mine's that I look like a Tim Burton character. At least, I thought it was a compliment because I like Tim Burton's work. But now that I think, all of his characters are dead. Not all of them. They are just super tall and skinny. I think the person in question was talking about my face, which, in all honesty, does carry some resemblance to the one of the corpse bride. Your leg looks sexy. You could have said, if you like that, wait until you see my pubes. I just threw up in my mouth a little. Your freckles are so sexy. They remind me of my sister. First half normal, second half Alabama. Some random cute girl in town told me I was a boomting while I was waiting at the bus stop after school. I assumed it was an insult at the time. It was only days later that I discovered that she was calling me hot. Your pee is harder than old chicken. If a girl told me this, I'd really start doubting if that's a compliment or insult. I'd take it as a compliment. I heard you give really good blowjobs. He was serious. I'm a straight male who never gave a BJ in my life. Perhaps it was a test, instead of saying, are you a homosexual or bisexual? He just casually said, I heard you give crazy sick BJs. Is that true, bro? If not, it's cool, but if so, hook me up. Whoa, nice cock. That is a weird compliment to give a girl. A teacher in high school told me several times that I had a perfectly shaped head. Freshman year phrenology class. Good times.